Hi Vix.
Hi, Migrani. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Happy Wednesday. Or as it's
Happy.
called out here, it's called Hump Day.
Why is it called Hump Day?
Hump Day means middle of the week, so it's like the hump.
Okay, okay, okay. So from now on, life will get easier.
Yeah, it's a
Uh,
we do our AI live cast on Hump Days. For anyone who cannot remember it, remember it's in the middle of the week and maybe in the evenings in India time, mornings in US time, and at some point in the rest of the world.
mhm. That's
So
great,
Vix,
Migrani.
what's latest in AI?
Sure. So there's a news in the grapevine of Silicon Valley. I was eating food at Zareen's in Palo Alto yesterday, and with some friends who have a job at XAI, and they were saying that people are not subscribing to XAI. Like somehow, like all the people in the world who actually wanted to subscribe to AI have already subscribed to OpenAI's product and Anthropic's product, and the subscription numbers for XAI are very, very dismal, like less than 10,000 subscriptions, paid subscriptions.
But Vix, isn't that true for anything? There is always a first mover advantage that once I'm hooked onto it, the next product that comes in the market, it needs to
Mhm.
be at least distinguishably better. Thoda sa upar niche. Think about it. Think about it as a startup, as anyone who gets an LLM, as anyone who gets anything. It's like your local kirana shop. कि बॉस अगर एक आदत लगी हुई है इस नेबरहुड किराना उसके नेक्स्ट पे अगर एक और किराना शॉप खोल देती है सो आर यू ऑफरिंग मोर प्रोडक्ट वैरायटी आर यू ऑफरिंग बेटर फ्रेशर प्रोडक्ट्स और आर यू ऑफरिंग चीपर प्रोडक्ट्स कुछ तो एक होना चाहिए और वो 19-20 में नहीं हो सकता है टू गेट अ कस्टमर
नहीं आप एकदम सही कह रहे हो बट द इशू इज दैट दिस किराना शॉप XAI has costed Elon Musk $5 billion.
हाँ बड़ी दुकान लगाई है उसने
हाँ, मैंने
बहुत बड़ी
$5
दुकान
billion
लगाई है
आप खर्च करके you don't have 10,000 paid subscribers. Now, obviously, this is a very like told by someone who just works there.
I'm
Uh,
sure they'll get some of that money through Doge, but that is a topic for a Friday discussion, not a Wednesday
yeah,
discussion.
not a Wednesday discussion. Yes. So I was very shocked. Like I would be shaking. I'd be shaking in my legs if I invested $5 billion on a product and then I got less than 10,000 people paying me $20 a month.
Hmm.
That's like less than $200,000 a month in revenue.
So what do you think the game plan is then?
I am confused.
Hmm.
I am confused because see, the AI models have become so good that for 99% of queries, I don't care who I ask that question to. Should I ask that to ChatGPT? Should I ask that to Anthropic? Or should I ask that to GROK? So, uh, because for 99% of queries, I don't like, and like, ठीक है, I need intelligence, but like, after a level, I'm not doing super math or super physics. Like, I don't
So
need.
Vix, what is your headline? And I think we should maybe do a full episode or at least half an episode next week or in the coming weeks on what is our view on comparing different LLMs like Anthropic Claude versus OpenAI versus Grok and whoever has got an own LLM, not an LLM wrapper.
Sure.
So
So
if
I actually
we'll
pay
do
for
that
two products.
comparison, but headline view, what do you think is happening? Because last time you told us, or a few weeks ago, you told us that Grok has is doing it much better, and which was that the comparison site that you showed.
Yeah, LLM Arena. Yes,
Hmm.
LLM Arena. So yes, Grok is doing much better, but it's like saying कि जैसे IIM में यार हमारे जो टॉप 3 रैंकर स्टूडेंट्स थे बैच के, अब अगर मैं सेकंड रैंकर के संग मेरी दोस्ती है और मुझे ये पूछना है क्लास कितने बजे स्टार्ट हो रही है, तो मुझे जरूरी थोड़ा कि मैं फर्स्ट रैंकर के पास जाके पूछूंगा, सेकंड रैंकर आल्सो नोज कि क्लास कितने बजे स्टार्ट हो रही है, राइट?
क्लास उसी से पूछना चाहिए जो जिसको अटेंडेंस की प्रॉब्लम होती है मेरे जैसे लोगों से कि क्लास कितने बजे शुरू हो रही है और एग्जैक्टली कि क्लास में ये वाले सब्जेक्ट का ये वाला प्रोफेसर वो कितना लीवे देता है अटेंडेंस मार्क करने के लिए वो 5 मिनट का देता है या अगर आधी क्लास में भी चले जाओ तो भी देता है तो ये ना ये टॉपर ऑपर टाइप के लोगों से नहीं पूछना चाहिए
But Milani, I have a question for you. Put on your venture capital hat and tell me, like, how does it make sense to invest $5 billion to be the third mover in the industry, though you are a little bit better than the others? But it's like, कि यार, ठीक है, you're a little bit better, you're scoring better in math and English, but like most of the world doesn't is okay with even a little bit less intelligence because I'm already familiar. मैं already दोस्ती है मेरी.
Yeah.
आप
I'll tell you something. So I get that question. I may or may not have the answer,
sorry.
but my background in venture capital last 10, 15 years, it took me a few years to understand this maths in venture capital. The venture capital maths happens कि पैसे डाले जाओ डाले जाओ डाले जाओ, फिर हो सकता है सारे डूब जाएं, हो सकता है वो एकदम बम्पर रिस्पॉन्स मिले.
हाँ.
That is how it works. And then it took me a few years. And just for some viewers who don't know my background, before I was in venture capital, I was in buyout, private equity investing, जिसमें होता है कि इसमें तो बनाना है, 20% बनाना है, 10% बनाना है,
हाँ.
50% बनाना है, लेकिन बनाना है हर चीज में थोड़ा
हम्म.
थोड़ा थोड़ा तो बनाना ही है. And I was like, how can we let 9 out of 10 investments go waste?
हम्म.
And which is that 1 out of 10 investments that will make money for us? It
Yeah.
took me a few years. I'm very honest and transparent about it. बहुत time लगा मेरे को समझने में.
हम्म.
And here is my summary. Is if, let's say you put 100 rupees or 100 pounds or $100 in something. You put 100 and let's say for simplicity, let's say you invest 10, 10, 10, 10 in 10 assets.
हम्म.
Right? Now, in the startup world, what happens is that 10 could be like they say unicorn भी हो सकता है, decacorn भी हो सकता है, कुछ भी हो सकता है. It could be a $1 billion company. लेकिन आपने तो उसमें 10 million ही लगाया, 5 million लगाया एक टाइम पर
Yes.
शुरू में.
हाँ.
एंड अगर वो हो गया, व्हाट इज योर मल्टीपल? अगर हो गया, दिस इज अ बिग इफ, इट्स अ वेरी बिग इफ, बट इफ इट हैपेंस, व्हाट्स योर मल्टीपल? 1,000 times.
हम्म.
Okay, so that's the upside. So what I call this in a gist is the upside in investing is unlimited.
हाँ.
Now, for any asset which does not make money or makes little money, what's the maximum downside you'll ever have? Is 1x, which is just the
Yes.
10 that you put in.
Yes.
So the worst you can lose is 10. The
हम्म.
maximum you can make is not 20, it's not 30. It could be 100, it could be 1,000, it could be 1 million.
Sure.
So अब इसको हिंदी में बोलते हैं कि जुआ खेल रहे हो, सट्टा खेल रहे हो.
अच्छा.
एंड लेट्स बी ऑनेस्ट, वेंचर कैपिटल ब्रॉडली इज द सेम मैथ्स, जुए और सट्टे वाला जो मैथ्स होता
ओके,
है.
कि डाउनसाइड लिमिटेड है, अपसाइड अनलिमिटेड है.
हाँ.
तो 100
तो
जगह
अगर अनलिमिटेड अपसाइड आपको सिर्फ एक एसेट में, दो एसेट में, तीन एसेट में चाहिए, आपको हर एसेट में डाउनसाइड तो आपका बस 10-10 है.
श्योर.
मिनिमम आपको 100 करने के लिए, अगर आपने 10 एसेट्स में किया 10 10 10 10 10, one asset needs to give you a 10 times return.
हाँ. तो देखो यार, आई एम नॉट अ वेंचर कैपिटल इन्वेस्टर, neither do I think I ever will be. How does this, how do you live with the possibility कि 10 के 10 फेल हो जाएंगे?
Exactly. So one, that is a risk, but without going into too much detail, maybe that's like a 15-minute conversation, and I'd love to understand GROK and other parts of AI, but I'll give you one summary that this only works in some markets. इट डजंट वर्क इन एवरी मार्केट कि यार अब हम वीसी बन के बैठ गए, हमने सब में 10-10 डाल दिया और कोई एक 100 लेकर आएगा. इट डजंट वर्क. इट ओनली वर्क्स बिकॉज यू नीड अ यूनिकॉर्न, डेकाकॉर्न. आई एम जस्ट यूजिंग सम buzzwords. Mainly you need a big hitter, right? इट्स लाइक आजकल आईपीएल चल रहा है, फ्राइडे को हम डिस्कस करेंगे कि यार कभी कभी होता है कि आउट है तो आउट है, लेकिन अगर 6 मारना जरूरी है लास्ट बॉल पर, ठीक है.
हाँ.
तो वीसी में हर चीज, हर इन्वेस्टमेंट आपकी लास्ट बॉल होती है कि 6 मारना है. अगर 6 नहीं मारा तो फिर 2 रन लेके कोई फायदा नहीं है, आउट है तो आउट है.
Okay. So very
So,
interesting, Ilani. Thank you for
so,
telling
so,
me
so
this.
just one thing: the markets it works in are what I call the winner takes all market.
Okay, got it.
That अगर ये बन गया,
Hmm.
if it happens, unlike completely different from the retail store analogy we were discussing.
Got it.
ठीक है, किराने की दुकान नहीं है ये. क्योंकि किराने की दुकान अगर आपने ज्यादा से ज्यादा किया तो आपको मोहल्ले के 50% ट्रैफिक मिल जाएगा, 80% ट्रैफिक
Got
मिल
it.
जाएगा. यहां पर है कि अगर चल गया तो पूरा, इट्स लाइक किराने की दुकान की एनालॉजी देखो तो इंडिया में जैसे Amazon, फ्लिपकार्ट की जो चल रहा है
Hmm.
वो चलते रहेगा. हर हर मार्केट में देर आर 2, 3, 4 markets like that.
Sure.
But there are always only winner takes all, or the top 2 or 3 will take all and distribute the market. It is not a market with where 20 competitors can coexist.
No, I think देखो यार, I'm in this industry for I'm 47 years old now, all these years, but I still didn't understand कि सट्टे की एनालॉजी से या वेंचर कैपिटल समझ में आ गया कि यार सब जगह डाउन साइड लिमिटेड है और अपसाइड अनलिमिटेड है, तो पुट 10 bets where each one of them can be unlimited upside and you don't care if 9 of those bets lose out.
And I think but my biggest disclaimer there is to reiterate that don't get this wrong. For anyone who's watching this, don't get this wrong. हर चीज में ये वाला 10p वाला नहीं चलता है. It's only in the winner takes all the top three companies will take
Yes.
all. It
Yes.
This kind of an investing strategy never works when you are doing stable and linear growth industries.
Got it.
Now
So,
coming back, Grok.
so now coming
ग्रॉक
back
तो
to
करते
Grok.
हैं. ग्रॉक इज इन दैट कि अगर हुआ तो पूरा मिलेगा. Everyone will be on Grok. There are only a few social media and there are only a few LLMs.
Hmm.
Now they are increasing, but there will be a churn. At some point, everyone will gravitate to just 2, 3, 4 LLMs, and that will be it. That is the stable nature. And
Yes.
that's already happening. Think
Hmm.
about it. You just said.
Yeah, I only
कि
pay for OpenAI and
You
Anthropic.
just said that customers are not moving क्योंकि लोग
Customers pay.
already हैं. It
Yeah.
is very difficult to move customers.
Yeah.
Once they are used to watching something on TV,
Yeah.
once they are used to buying from one kirana shop, right? It's very difficult to move because it is habit. Humans are based on habit, and therefore, unless something offers, if Grok does not offer something which is at least 20, 30, 40% better,
Yes.
or double of OpenAI or
Anthropic.
Anthropic Claude and or whatever, like DeepSeek came. DeepSeek said, "I'm giving you nearly the same thing,
Yes.
but I'm giving it for free."
Yes.
Right? It's another matter. They're probably a semi wrapper on something else, but we still don't know what that is.
नहीं ऐसी बात नहीं है.
I've got some thoughts. I'm sure you've got some thoughts, but I don't want to publicly say without being 100% sure that that is what has happened.
नहीं, if you ask DeepSeek which model you are, it says I'm OpenAI model. So it's
नॉट
definitely
रियली, नॉट रियली. वो सिर्फ वो स्टाइल से पूछने में होता है, कुछ कुछ होता है, तो ठीक है. आई हेयर यू. आई हेयर यू. आई डोंट डिसएग्री विद यू.
Hmm. So that was quite an eye opener for me that people are not moving, even though on LLM Arena, Grok is better than OpenAI and Anthropic. People are not moving from OpenAI and Anthropic to Grok, and Grok's revenue is not even enough to pay uh, all the engineers. Like when you forget about the capital investment, when खर्चा भी नहीं निकल रहा है उतने.
बट रेवेन्यू तो ठीक है. ग्रॉक में कुछ ऐसा है, कुछ नए फीचर्स डाले हैं, नहीं डाले? सी, ओके, फॉर द व्यूअर्स, माय अपॉलॉजीज. मैं पिछले 1 डेढ़ हफ्ते में 10 दिन से आई हैव नॉट रियली बीन इन टच विद द एआई. So even for me, this Wednesday episode, Vix, I want to hear what did I miss. So what has
Sure.
Grok launched something?
So what Grok has done recently in the last 3-4 days is that it has launched a इमेज एडिटर कि अगर मैं मेरी और तुम्हारी फोटो अपलोड कर दूंगा और उसको कहूंगा कि कन्वर्ट अ फोटो इन द स्टाइल ऑफ ऑयल पेंटिंग, सो इट विल टेक अ फोटो एंड कन्वर्ट इट टू द स्टाइल ऑफ ऑयल पेंटिंग. If we say that, okay, make Miglani hold up a banner saying I am Kebab, it will do that. It will make you, like, it will edit the photo and make you hold a banner saying I am Kebab. I'll say,
But how is this different? How is this different from what OpenAI already does with DALI?
see, that's different because in DALI, what you do is you tell DALI, generate a photo, right? And it uses generative principles to generate a photo, but it
But
can't.
you can upload and say convert this photo.
हाँ, ठीक है, you can upload and convert, but you could not edit a photo. That's a different. Like you could not say कि अगर if I upload a photo and I say add a banner saying I am के बाद, it could not do that.
Okay.
Like none of the engines could do that, and Grok launched this feature, but it has not rolled it out to everyone. And I'm not one of those people who
Hmm.
it has rolled it out. And I'm also not. I'm only a paying customer on Twitter, but I'm not a paying customer on Grok. So I get access to Grok normal features because of being a paid X.com account holder, but I don't get. So they have something called Super Grok where they charge extra money, and maybe they've only given it to the Super Grok users.
So if you have a Twitter or X as it's called, if you have the premium account or the blue tick account
Yes.
in there, you can't get this Grok feature.
No,
Or can you?
at least for me, I cannot get it today. I don't have it today.
Okay. Okay. So when do we get it? I mean, from what you explained, I think it's something I would definitely want to try out. So
Yes,
let's keep on it. Maybe we can. I don't know if anyone is watching. How do we get? If you have a Grok, this feature, please let us know. We want
yes,
to get it.
yes.
Yeah. If
So
Elon Musk, if you're watching, just in case you're watching, then yeah,
yeah,
please share it.
if he wants to find out who revealed that Grok has only 10,000 paid subscribers, maybe we can do a trade.
Mm.
Uh,
Yeah. But Vix, tell me more. What else happened this week? I've been like completely out of the AI universe for at least a week or 10 days.
sure. So something else very big happened. See, till now, you could run Llama on your local computer, right? Like a local
Yeah.
computer, meaning like computers that you put on our desk, not servers. You could run the open source version of Llama released by Facebook on your local computer. But Llama is not a thinking model. It doesn't do thinking. It just gives one shot answers. Uh, but 3 days ago, DeepSeek version 3 got launched by this Chinese startup, and it just got launched even without a README file, an empty README file. And it has all the matrices and the weights of all the neurons, and it's very good. It's trained on 14.8 trillion tokens, meaning like it is a large model. It's not one of those medium or small models. It's a large model, and you can actually run it on your local computer.
So how is
So
that possible? Because so as far as I know, there
sure.
is the LLM, the large language model, and then all of them, like even the O3 Mini that OpenAI has, the versions, they can run. Maybe if you've got a heavy duty personal computer, you don't need a full server for it.
No,
But they are toned down versions. They are the 7B versions and 12B versions of the models.
sure.
So is this the full model and you can still run it on the laptop?
So not on a laptop. So there are some caveats to it. Though I say it can run on a computer on your desk, that computer needs to have around 512 gigabytes of RAM. So there is no laptop that has 512 gigabytes of
हाँ, तो
RAM.
फिर basically you need a P100 server kind of laptop.
P100 server भी नहीं चाहिए because Mac Apple has a particular Mac Studio product which is like this big, and and on that product it actually has that much memory. So you can run it without the loud noise, without the heat. And I want people to understand that look, all that we're trying to do is understand the curve or where the arc is headed. We're not saying that this is what that Mac Studio product with 512 GB of memory, which doesn't make a lot of noise or heat, and you can keep on your desk, costs $9,000. So, it's not like a local laptop anymore. It's $9,000, but still, if the curve continues and if it actually goes down by 10 times in the next 3 years, then it would be possible to run it on a $900 machine.
Mm.
So, so that was very exciting because what that means is, see, so if you think of it, so there are multiple forces in this industry. On one end, you have the Chinese models which are releasing for free and taking away all the free market, right? कि अगर free में ही चलाना है तो DeepSeek version 3 चला लो, right? And on the other end, guys like me who use AI every day for programming, for writing emails, and so on, uh, we're saying that look, we're already paying for OpenAI, we're already paying for Anthropic, $20 each, $40, and I'm paying $8 for Twitter each month, X.com each month, so that's $48 in subscription fees. And somehow I have not felt the need to subscribe to SuperGrok, which would be another $20, or actually $30 actually. So uh, I have so $48 here, pay for Netflix, like which keeps increasing prices. $23 it's now. So it's like there are already some subscription bills in the house, and I've not felt the need, even though I'm using AI every day, to subscribe to SuperGrok. And I think that's a problem for Elon Musk. And uh, and I'd be really interested to see what happens when I turn 50. If
Hmm.
SuperGrok, the $5 billion that is invested, does that all go down the drain, or if he can make people like me subscribe to him, that's a big challenge.
I'm pretty sure. I mean, if anyone, then I'm pretty sure that someone like Musk or I mean, I'm sure he's not doing everything about subscription. I'm sure he's got a great marketing team who will think about these things. They already are aware of these things, and maybe sooner or later they will find a model that works. And if it doesn't work, you're absolutely right. That 5 billion and more dollars are down the drain, because this, in my opinion, is sooner or later going to be a consolidating market, a winner takes all. Not a winner, but a few winners take all.
Yeah,
And I
Binani, so
think
here
that's
you
the
are
race
making
Grok is in. That's the race OpenAI and everyone else is in.
yes. So, but see, one thing that I actually use Grok for, and it actually makes me want to pay the subscription for X.com, is that there's some tweets where I don't understand what the tweet means. Like the tweet might be referring to something historical. I have no idea. I don't know that historical context. I don't know what it means. Or it might
Hmm.
refer to a joke or a lingo, or something that I don't understand, or I'm not even sure if that tweet is correct or not. So now on every tweet or every X.com post, there is a Grok button now. So you can click on that Grok button, and Grok basically gets to read that tweet and explain that tweet to you. And I can
Hmm.
ask more questions like, hey, what do you think? Is this true? Is this not true? So that's a feature that I use a couple of times every day, and that's
Shall I
useful.
tell you my view about that? I've used this feature about 100 times.
Okay.
And this is only with the premium version. If you are a blue tick on X, then you get better responses. If you're not, then I think you still get some responses.
Mhm.
The Grok feature on X. But my view is that if that feature, what I'm getting on X, that is for me not a reason to be a blue tick or a premium subscriber.
Are you a
And the
premium subscriber on X or no?
In my personal account, I am. I send probably 5 tweets a year. It is a waste of money, which remind me, okay, Manish, let's put this on my to-do things. Do I need to be a premium subscriber? Maybe I need to save those £10 every month or whatever
Mm.
that cost for everyone else is I don't know why I am, but yeah, I did try it, and it's one of those things that once you sign up for a subscription, then there is this auto debit. It keeps
Is it
taking
like
the
that?
money, whether you're using it, whether you're
Yes,
not. The
yes,
amount of money I have wasted in my
yes,
life just
yes,
on subscriptions that I have not used, I think that's really a lot. It's a
yes,
fortune in a
yes,
way. At least for me, it is a
yes,
fortune.
yes.
Yeah. So we'll do this. Vix, given the time, I have to say this one thing about Grok and about Musk. I think we have to evaluate this on one of the Friday episodes that we do, because
Mhm.
that's where we do Doge. What is Musk and Trump doing with Doge? We do general Indian, American, European कॉमर्स पॉलिटिक्स एवरीथिंग अंडर द सन जो भी मूड में आया हम उसकी बात करते हैं so if you want you can catch us this Friday. We will very soon post some of our early thoughts what we are going to do. Um but one thing I want to discuss on X.
But on that point, I just want to say something. This weekend, I went out with a family friend of ours, and that family friend is in the market to buy a car, and he said he won't buy a Tesla.
Hmm.
So, and again, to viewers out there, I just want to let you know this is a normal middle class American with a regular job. And
नहीं नहीं, these are not normal middle class. These are very politically motivated people. But let's discuss that. Let's discuss this on Friday. Let's start off our episode with this point. Given that we are running out of time, let's do that, and let's discuss everything under the sun that our viewers want. So if you have a topic Today's Wednesday. If you see anything before Friday, tell us what you want us to discuss. And that's what our Friday is, a catch all. We discuss anything under the sun that we know even a bit that we can discuss between ourselves, or it's interesting. One thing, Vix, that I'm going to discuss, but we'll declare that later.
Perfect.
How about that? All
Perfect.
right.